Welcome back to the shed. After 26 episodes, after 10 months, after making a lot of promises, today the GC Galant, actually it's a GD Galant, doesn't matter. Today the GD Galant is getting paint. Hey guys, so I'm back in the shed. This is exciting. So today I'm painting. Well, for the next few days I'm painting. But to start off with, I'm going to paint the insides of the doors, the insides of the boot, and that's it. Then, so I'll paint them. And I've blocked some of the car back already. I've actually, off camera, you can see some pieces on the roof where I've blocked the whole roof back with, I think I got it to 400 grit. I had a couple of rub through spots, so I've put new high build down in those bits, just a really thin coat. So the roof just needs blocking back with 600. Then over here, same scenario. I've blocked this whole side back with 400. I had a few rub through spots down here, so I gave that another coat. That was all yesterday, it's all cured up. And then in the last video, on this guard here, there was a small ding here, so I fixed that. And then I've given the guards a coat of high build as well. So, let's get into it. Wow, that's bright. Man. So that was 2 coats of colour, a light coat and then a big thick heavy coat, and then 2 coats of clear. Same story, just a medium coat for the first one and then a big thick heavy one for the second one. That's bright. Wow, it's awesome. The colours, Pink Panther, classic American Mopar colour. I'm not sure if the Galants came in it, I don't think they did, but it is period correct, and it's epic. Just for full disclosure, I didn't choose this. This is, I said it in a video previously, this is my girlfriend's car, so it truly is a labour of love, but I'm glad she chose this colour. The big thing for me was I just didn't want it to be white or something that blends in with traffic. I wanted it, as all 70s cars, in my opinion, should. I wanted it to really pop and stand out and be one of the big classic bright period colours. And she was tossing up between the purple, I think it's called Plum Crazy, and this Pink Panther. It's going to have blackouts, so the bonnet's going to be black, this cow panel's going to be black, and then it's going to be black across the back here, in between the taillights. That's a custom touch. So yeah, so now I just wait for paint to dry. So the plan is get the, once these have dried, which will be overnight, I'll give them, even though it's extremely hot in here today, I think it's probably 35 degrees in here, so these doors will cure in, I'll probably bake in a couple of hours to full hardness, but I'll give them till tomorrow, and then I'll flip them over and block back the outsides, finish blocking the body, and then it's time to shoot. I think I said in the last video that I've been working on this car for 6 months. That's actually a lie. I had a look back and it's been 10 months. So it feels great to get to this stage actually. It really, I don't know how it's coming out on the camera, but this colour really does just smack you in the face. It's going to be something else. All right, enough yapping. See you tomorrow. Lots of sanding. I've bled through in a few spots, like just here for example, just there, and then there's a bit here. So that'll need just another bit of primer. The reason if I was painting the car a dark colour, like if the whole car was going to be black or something, then I probably wouldn't bother, because I've got no doubt that would be covered up by the paint. But I just don't know how translucent this pink is. Like, yeah, I don't know. I think I'll make sure the entire car is the one colour with no patches, and then I'm guaranteed that I'm going to get a good finish or good coverage, and I won't need to put like 5 or 6 coats of the pink on to try and cover this up. It's just much easier just to give that just the lightest little hit with the high build, and then block that just that little bit flat. So I'm blocking it back with 600 grit paper, and some bits I'm doing in 2 stages, starting with 400 and then finishing with 600 dry. I've wet sanded in the past, but I've decided for this one I'll just do the whole lot dry. And I've got the DA sander. I've got that with some 600 discs on that as well, which I used to do the roof yesterday. But I'll use that for all of the straight bits, like along the top there, the doors, and the boot lid. I'll do them with the DA, and then I'll just finish the edges off, and any of the detail work I'll finish by hand, which is going to be pretty quick. You'll be able to, with the DA, you'll be able to block a door back in probably 10 or 15 minutes, I reckon. Just you've got to be careful. Obviously, you don't want to bleed through to the etch primer like that, or you don't want to leave sanding marks. With the DA and the 600 grit paper, it should be fine, but you just got to be careful because you're going to see that stuff through the paint later on. So yeah, I'll just keep sanding. So just still sanding away here. I had good success with the DA and the 600 grit. I did a pretty good job of the flat sections. I did the roof and back here on the quarters, and then I just tidied everything up with the paper, doing it by hand. So it's Australia Day today. Happy Australia Day, all those Australians who are watching. I'd actually planned on going down to Heathcote Park Raceway today because it's the 12s for 2K challenge in Scotty's garage. So I was going to head down there and watch the cars race, but no, it's decided I was better investing my time in here, sanding away on this. At one stage I was considering doing the 12s to 2K challenge with the Sigma that donated its engine for this car. I've got an old Windsor V8 in the shed. I was thinking maybe I can slam that into the Sigma, see if I can run 12s, but that would have chewed up a whole bunch of time that I don't have, frankly. So anyway, we continue on, but shout out to Scotty and the other 12s for 2K entrants. I'm sure they'll have a blast, and hopefully some of them run some 12s safely. Anyway, back sanding. All right, new day, back at it. Continuing sanding, getting it ready for paint. Most of the shell is now sanded back. It's just a few bits where I touched it up last night with some more high build to cover those spots where I bled through to the etch primer. So they just need blocking back. And then the doors, guards, and the boot lid. Sand all them back and then prep for paint.
Yep. It's as hot as chips in here. So I gave up on, one of the guards had a little divot in it, I guess, a pinhole. I haven't got time to correct it before painting all this stuff. So I'll get back to that when I paint the bonnet later on. So finished the doors, boot lid, that's all done, the body's done. I swept the shed out, blew all the dust out. So now I'm gonna let the dust settle for a bit, have a cold drink, mask the car again, and then it's into painting. Need to wax and grease remover the whole thing, tack rag, mix paint and shoot. So yeah, I'm going to get a cold drink and I'll be back. Look at the colour. Well, the pink's on. Really happy with how it laid out. It wasn't without drama. I had some pretty major issues with my spray gun. Ended up having to go back in and clean it out a bunch of times. It was like a paint delivery issue. It was just not coming out as it should. And in the end, I swapped out to a super cheap, I think it's super cheap, or Bunnings, a piece of crap gun that I'd normally use only for primer. I ended up putting the second coat of paint on with that. So certainly not what I was planning on doing, and I'm not thrilled about it, to be honest, but it seemed to lay out okay. Not sure how well it's going to come up. Obviously, clear coat still needs to go down, so it's not as glossy as it will be. But no, it looks good. Looks really good. Laid out pretty good, pretty flat. You can see a few scratches, like sanding scratches in there, but not too bad. So, next I need to mask up. Oh, just looking here, it's 40 degrees Celsius or 104 degrees in the shed. So it's damn hot, but good weather for painting. Paint sets up immediately. So now I need to mask the whole car off, paint the blackouts. So it's going to be black. This cow section's going to be black, engine bay is going to be black. I'll give the nose a bit of a quick coat. The valance which goes underneath, that's going to be the body colour, but the grille is black, so I don't want to have this section as pink, and then when you're looking through the grille you see all this pink crap behind it. That all needs to be black. So I'll give all that a coat, get that on, and then mask the back off as well, because this is going to be black just there. So I'll mask all that off and shoot that. And then it's clear coat, clear the whole car. All right, black is on. This is a gloss, as you can see. Looks pretty good. Hopefully none of it got under the plastic and onto the pink. That would be bad. Front's done. Some sort of dust or something landed in the cow. Just there, look at that. That's ruined my day. I don't know. I guess I shouldn't clear coat over the top of that. It's not going to help it. I just don't know whether we can live with it. I don't think we can. So maybe when I paint the bonnet black, maybe I can mask the entire car off except for the cowl and hit that at the same time, because it's going to If it was in the engine bay, somewhere where you're not looking at it, I wouldn't mind, but look, it's right in the center of the car. It's just, that's awful. So as I was painting it, I saw that thing there and I was like, oh, what do? Do you drag your finger in there and, no, there's no recovery. Anyway, fortunately I'm painting more black later on, so I can fix that up. This, this cheapy gun's working good for me. Seemed to lay out nice and flat. If you look there, that's beautiful. Really happy with that. So, I won't clear coat the engine bay because that black that I just put on is a solid colour. It doesn't actually need clear. But I will, yeah, once the black dries, I'll unmask the car and then I'm going to clear coat the entire car, including the black at the back here. And the reason why you do that is because you get a softer edge between the black and the colour when you clear over the top of it. The soft edges are good. So, yeah. All right, well, I'm going to go and get another cool drink because it's now 41 degrees in here. Yep, 41. So I'm going to go grab a cool drink and give this thing 15 or 20 minutes to dry off, and then I'll come back at it. All right, half an hour later, paint's dry. This is one of the more nerve-wracking things you do working on cars, peeling back masking, but here we go. Oh, looks good. Look at that. Sharp as a bowling ball. Nah, it looks really good. Pretty happy with that. I reckon that's going to look cool with the, because the taillights have got that big black ring around them. So this is a bit of an old trick I saw a guy do on a UC Tirana once to to make the back end look more sportier. So yeah, that looks cool as. A little bit of bleed through there, but it doesn't matter because the front guard sits across there like that. That's no big deal. That's awesome. All the black's in the right spot. Looks pretty cool. Yeah, really like the back. All right, well, I'm going to peel the plastic off off the two doors and the boot. Mix up some clear and yeah, let's start shooting clear. Okay, well, paint's dry. It's pretty quick when nature's booth's going. It's still 40 degrees in here, so, but it looks great. Pretty wild. It's bright as hell. I'm debating whether I should pull the masking off it. I probably will. But yeah, there's heaps of gloss. The clear over base. It's really nice paint. Like, considering I laid the majority of it on with a $30 gun, it's come up really well. But yeah, you're not going to miss seeing this thing going down the road, that's for sure. Still to do, like I said, got to paint the front guards. I wasn't happy with one of them, and I just didn't want to compromise and have a dodgy guard on there. So I'll that'll be for future. Paint both the front guards. I got to paint the valance, which goes under the nose, and I got to paint the bonnet. Oh, and the fuel cap, the fuel door thing that goes here. Got to paint that too. But the lion's share of it is done, or the main part's done, which is great. But yeah, just a genuine home paint job. So I don't really know how to close this one out. Holy hell, it's bright. I'm not sure. Thanks heaps for watching. Really appreciate all the support. I think this is my best paint job yet, which, given the conditions and given the fact that my spray gun crapped itself halfway through the job, honestly, it's a miracle. But yeah, it looks incredible. Great car. What a shape. Really looking forward to putting it back together. All right, enough yapping. Thanks, everyone. I was just turning the shed lights off, and it pops in the dark. It looks wild. I'm getting carried away now. But yeah, you really get an idea of the gloss. What a mint colour. Pink Panther.